What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Lewis, and since I have become a free agent, one of the big questions that I keep getting asked is, hey, what are some of your favorite balls that you have thrown since becoming a free agent, since you've been allowed to throw all the different brands? And that's exactly what we are going to go over in this video. We're going to go over my top 5 favorite balls. The next video is going to be my least 5 favorite balls, the 5 that I hate the most. So before we get into the list, please consider subscribing to the channel. It goes a long way to help growing and building that algorithm so more bowling fans can see this channel. We have big goals, and I can't get there without your help. If you like anything on Coolwick's website, coolwick.com, promo code Napoles10, they get you 10% off your entire order. The ball spinners that I typically have in front of me, or anything bowling related, all those links are going to be down below in the description. So we're going to go from number 5 to number 1. 5 being my fifth most favorite, all the way up to number 1 being my most favorite. I don't have all of these balls with me here, obviously, so I'm going to show you old footage from these balls, original ball reviews, but I am going to explain to you why each of them is in the spot that they are at, if that makes any sense. So drum roll, please. We're going to start here with number 5. Number 5 is going to be the Motive Pride Liberty. Why? Why is this one in my top 5? Well, I like the motion that it creates. And when I was with Motive before, I felt like the balls were way too forward. And now I'm seeing like I mentioned this in the video, I'm seeing like a change. I'm seeing that the balls are not as forward. They're really wanting to make that corner. And in the last 3 years since I was last on staff with them, I've really seen a really big change. And for those reasons, the Pride Liberty is going to be the number 5 ball. Now, I am going to show you some clips. And I just want to, I want to ask you guys, what are your top 5 favorite bowling balls? And what do you think my top 5 are going to be? No 7. Oh. Yeah, like I think this could be a really... That's a much better shot. I did get it right. There we go. Just make a good shot. All right, so that's the number 5 ball, the Pride Liberty by Motive. The number 4 ball, or my 4th favorite ball since becoming a free agent, is going to be the Motive Primal Shock. Now, I know that this ball did not get released this year, but is one of the 18 balls that I have reviewed since becoming a free agent. I probably should have said that in the intro, but there's 18 bowling balls that I reviewed on this channel since becoming a free agent. And the Primal Shock is going to be number 4 on the list. A lot of the same reasons why I liked the Pride Liberty. It's a ball that's very fun to throw. I throw that ball a ton. It gets through the front, it shapes. Because it's a solid, it takes very well to surface. Very good option on the fresh. If you leave it at that 4,000 finish, it gets through the front, produces shape. It's a very versatile bowling ball. And like I've always said since I first started on YouTube, the only way a ball stays in my arsenal for long term is versatility. And the Primal Shock for me is loaded with versatility. So that's going to be the Primal Shock. The next ball is we're going to get into our top 3. I thought that could have... Oh, there we go. Nice little... Oh, yeah. Motive loop. Oh, too messy. There we go. So, all right, so that was the Primal Shock by Motive at the number 4 spot. Now, the first ball cracking the top 3 is going to be by Radical. It's going to be the Hitter Pearl. Now, the top three in this list, I think could easily be interchanged, any three of them. I love all of them, and they are all the same type of bowling ball. So that goes to show you how much I've really liked these bowling balls. But the Hitter Pearl by Radical has been an absolute monster for me. It's a ball that for sure is gonna get on the lanes with me. It's gonna be in my arsenal for a very long time. I love what it does. I love the motion. I love the colors. I love everything about the Hitter Pearl by Radical. And that is going to be my number 3 ball. That's a really good shot. That was a really good. Oh, wow. I thought for sure that was going to be the... Or just... Yo, that is... Yo, that is... All right, so that was the number 3 ball, the Radical Hitter Pearl. Now, while I did say that any of those 3 balls could be interchanged, really it was solidified at that number 3 spot. The 1 and 2, I really think I could have just picked randomly which one could have been 1 and which one could have been 2. But ultimately, I decided that the number 2 ball this year for me is going to be the Brunswick Vaporized. So yeah, that's another asymmetric pearl. And actually, a lot of these balls end up being asymmetric in the list, except for that Primal Shock that was a symmetric ball. But the Vaporized by Brunswick is my number 2 ball. Could have very easily been the number 1 ball that on this list. It just does everything right. When I think of a ball that I want, and I'm closing my eyes here because I want to envision it. If I envision a ball that's very clean through the fronts, hooks down lane, goes through the pins, has shelf appeal. I mean, the Vaporized checks literally every single box on that. And for those reasons, it is my number 2 ball so far. Oh, oh. Oh, that hooked. That might have been. There we go. That was much more the speed. Got that right. Ten back. All right, and here we are, the number 1, my favorite bowling ball since becoming a free agent. I can't imagine that anything is going to take over this ball as my favorite ball of the year. And I think it's the first ball that I drilled after becoming a free agent. It's the one that I was the most excited about. It's the ball that probably had the most hype of any bowling ball this year. And of course, I am talking about the Hammer Effect. I think that this one ended up being number 1 over the Vaporize because of that wow factor. When you throw the effect, or when I throw the effect, it's just wow. There's something different about this ball. It is a super strong asymmetrical pearl, but it checks all those same boxes, especially that wow factor. When you see an effect go down the lane, you know that it's a Hammer Effect. There we go. That's a much... Woo! Oh, no way that comes back. Oh! I gotta stop reacting like that. Well, all right, there we have it. There was my top 5. Just a very quick recap. We had the Pride Liberty number 5, Primal Shock number 4, Hitter Pearl number 3, Vaporize number 2, and the Hammer Effect number 1. Let me know in the comments, what did you guys think of this top 5?